And we are back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the top 3 hits in this war. We'll show them in order, in reverse order, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a hybrid hit. It's going to be a Queen Charge Minor hit. And the last one is going to be a Zap Lalo hit. So sit tight, buckle up, stay tuned, and enjoy the show. Okay, so here is the first base that we're going to show. Pretty simple attack. If you understand hybrid, then these bases are very simple. So let's just go over it. We'll show exactly what the plan is, how we did it, why I funneled in certain areas, why I didn't funnel in other areas. So let's move down. Well, first of all, again, what you're looking to do is you're looking to sandwich the hybrid troops, the miners and the piggies, in between the queen and the siege barracks. So you're looking to the king and siege barracks takes care of one side, the queen takes care of the other side, and the hybrid goes right up the gut, taking care of everything up the middle. That's what you're planning on doing. So what I wanted to do was, so I had to choose which side to come in. So let's look at all 4 corners and I'll try to explain why I chose the side that I did. So over here, if you come in this way, there's really, it's a little bit of a risk if I come in that way. See, if I come in this way, the good thing about coming in this way is I could possibly get the CC lure just with my queen. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is if she goes this way, then the next good spot for the queen to be would be to go down this side, so she gets the eagle. So that means she's got to go through this whole section over here before she goes and gets the eagle over there. So that's not the best side. Coming in at 12 o'clock is a pretty good side. That we call that the Bergie corner. 12 o'clock is a pretty good side over there because you're addressing the royal champ, you're addressing the warden, you're addressing the queen, you're addressing the eagle. So that's a pretty good side to go in. But the same problem is if the queen happens to go the wrong way and she goes this way, then you're basically in a lot of trouble because it's going to take a while for her to lure the CC, and you're not getting the king on. You're not getting the eagle. Now, what else we have left with? We have this side, which is not bad. This way, if the queen goes up there, it's a good thing, and if she goes there, she's not that far away from luring the CC. But I chose coming in this way. I figure, best case scenario, she lures the CC, taking care of the CC. Pretty easy. I saw an easy funnel over here that I can make sure that my queen does go that way. So I was pretty happy about that. So that's the side that I came in. So now that I know which side I'm coming in, that tells me a lot. I know that my queen, I want her to go that way. I want my king to go in that way. I want my hybrid to go in like that. So now how do we make that happen? That is the big question. Well, first of all, how do we force the queen to go that way? We said yesterday, we said in the Queen Walk video, we said in the other video from the other day, is that wherever you want to funnel the queen, use your funneling troops one over from what the queen is dealing with. So I start my queen over here. She's going to be dealing with this and this in whichever order she goes. But whichever order she goes, I knew this was going to be third. So this is where I funnel. I drop my 2 loons and my baby. My loons are going to go in this way. This is already going to be shooting at my queen. So my loons are going to have a little bit of some free play over there. And hopefully the hopes was that my loons could take out at least one of these defenses over there. And the baby D would be able to cut this so the queen would for sure go that way. The queen did go that way. Let's zoom out a little bit. The king, I put the king in to go that way with the siege barracks over there going up that way. They get whatever they can get as long as they cut the funnel like that. So your hybrid goes to the core as opposed to going that way, you're fine. And it did it. Whatever they don't get, the queen will end up coming around at the end and taking that out at the end. And that's exactly what happened. So let's play this one. We'll watch it a little bit quicker because we've already talked about it and it is a typical Legends base. So we'll zoom in, we'll watch everything, we'll see if there's anything to talk about while we're going. I threw in a giant over there because I wanted these to go down. I wanted those outside structures to go down. There's the king. Queen is taking care care of the CC. I got a dual purpose poison with a for the king and for the CC troops. The king is clearing that. Now watch the king. This AD is the thing that's got to go down. That AD just barely goes down and gets them inside towards the CC. And at that point, once you're in the CC, you just want to rage, warden ability, freeze if needed, or else you could just heal. I had to use both of them because they didn't take care of enough stuff going in, so I needed to use the freeze, and then once the stuff got off of the freeze, then I had to make sure that they were going to stay healed up to the end of this, and we can quadruple speed this through the end, show you the army comp, and we'll move on to the Queen Charge Minor Attack. When we do this Queen Charge Minor Attack, by the way, in the comments down below, let me know if what you think is the reason to ever use Queen Charge Minors over a Queen Charge Hybrid. I'm not sure why, but Jeff never uses the hybrid. He's always using the Queen Charge Minors. And now let's go see it. Okay, so here is the next base. We're going to be watching Jeff going in on this base using the Queen Charge Minors. What Jeff is going to... Minors are pretty much the same thing as the hybrid. I mean, it is the hybrid. It's half the hybrid. But minors are the same thing. Same priorities that you want to take care of. You want to take care of the Eagle, and you want to take care of the CC. Those are the two things that you got to take care of. If you notice on this base, you got the Eagle right over here, and you got the CC right over here. So Jeff wants to charge into this compartment right straight off the rip. He wants to charge into that compartment. And that's a good idea, except for one thing. The thing is that if you look at all of the firepower that is going to be on him, this is a very, very, very packed section. So how does he address that? And by the way, for those of you, Scope Cross, if you're watching this video, always, or anybody else, it's always best, if you can, if you really need to get into a section like this, always best to try and inch your way into the section. Go a little bit at a time. Take on 2 of the expos at once, and instead of taking on all 4 of the expos at once. So if you could sneak your queen into a difficult section, you'll be much better off. But Jeff is a true professional, so let's see how Jeff did it. What he's going to do is he is going to start off with a super wall breaker right here, right off the rip, to get that open. Then what he's going to do is he's going to drop a rage spell. He's going to pre-drop a rage spell, put his queen inside with the healers, and let her deal with as much of this stuff as possible until he sees that his queen is getting a little low. Very good anticipation on his part. He then drops free spells on some of the expos or the warden. You got to look at all the things over here. They're all the big DPS. You got expos, you got warden. That warden is freaky strong. Don't underestimate the defensive warden. It will definitely destroy your queen. So he's going to use the freezes where he needs them. He's going to use another rage if he needs them. And then at that point, once he clears basically all of this stuff over here like this, he's going to clear all that, including the CC. His queen is going to bounce out and go that way. His king is going to go up this way. Now, here's where what Jeff did and what I would have done differs a little bit. What Jeff did was, there is a live attack. This war is going on. It's probably Skosko going in, getting those triples. What I would have done is, once the queen is going to be going out from here, she's going out this way and walking up there, I would have had the king and the siege barracks over here clearing all of this stuff, or as much of this stuff as possible, and then directly to the core. As I'm looking at this now, I see that it's not a great idea that what Jeff did is actually proper. So let's look what Jeff did. What Jeff did was very, very interesting. He used his king over here to clean out as much of this stuff as possible. He used his siege barracks over here to clear as much as this stuff as possible. And then he dropped his miners through here. So he actually had a funnel here, and a funnel here. He had 3 funnels going on this base. Very, very nice attack. Let's watch it in action, and then we'll watch that Zap Lalo by Will. Here's the Jeff, here's the Jeff attack. We missed there's the There is the super wall breaker. There is the pre-drop of the, whoops, let's get it to regular speed. Pre-drop of the Rage with the Coco Loon and the healers. Queen is moving in, taking on the Royal Champ. Now he's got a baby dragon in there. Look at that baby dragon being untouched. Baby dragon is just moving along. He freezes when he sees the queen getting too low. As soon as the rage drops, he's going to drop another rage. Keep that queen alive. Anticipate where you need the rages. Now he knows that the queen is moving over there. She's over to the side. He drops the poison for the CC. Headhunters, Witch, Baby, Big D. He drops the king down over there. King is clearing some of that trash. Queen moves over. Once the queen moves over, she's going for that wizard tower next. So she walks out of that wall. He pops the king ability. Again, trying to get as much of that stuff up there as possible. He uses the royal champ plus the siege barracks plus a baby D to try and thin out the pathing for the miners going into this base. Again, you want to make as thin a strip as possible for your miners going through. So again, he did in essence the same thing that I would have done, but he had some breadcrumbs over here for his miners to go into this base. That is a very, very nice thing that Jeff did. His siege barracks piggies are working in conjunction with the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards to get through the rest of that stuff on the outside. Queen is moving along, just barely staying out of that range of the single. She keeps on playing with that single. The warden ability is used on the last bit for the miners to get through that town hall. They do take down the town hall. He finally has those miners coming through from the back end, working on the CC. They're moving over from the CC to the Tesla. Queen moves over. He's got a super wall breaker to open up that wall to get that queen in, just in case he needed some extra help. But those miners coming through like champs. Queen does come in and finishes off that single target inferno. Beautiful job, Jeff. GG, Jeff. There's the army comp. There's the triple. Now let's go over and see that Zap Lalo at Town Hall 13. Okay, so here we are on the last base. Let me show you what Will's plan was, and then we'll talk about what went wrong, and we'll talk about how he fixed it, and you'll see the triple in action. So here's the base. Will is going to he's going to zap. Now my question is, I didn't speak to Will after the war was over. The war just ended. I didn't speak to him after his attack, but I'm curious as to, with all of this stuff over here, doing a Zap Lalo, I'm curious as to why he chose to zap the things that he did. If you look at all of this stuff over here, there is a lot of zap over here. There's a lot of good stuff all in one section. You got an eagle, you got ADs, you got the CC, you got the queen, you got scatter shots. Those are all the things that are over there. So before I show you what he did, let me know, write down in the comments if you were going after this base, what you would have taken out. He does have only 7 zaps and one quake. That probably determines, he has the 7 because he knew what he was going to get out, and you guys probably know already what he went after. He went after the 2 scatter shots and the CC. Those are the things that he went after. So now let's back out of there. Once he takes care of those things, he wants to sui the town hall. How is he going to sui the town hall? He's going to start his king like this. And as soon as the king gets that, the king is going to start moving that way. He's going to use an ice golem over here to step up and try and tank and try and freeze everything. He's going to have his queen in behind his king. He wants to wall break here and get in and take care of the town hall. That's what he's doing for that section. So ideally what he's looking for in this section is to clear out all of this with his sui. That's what he wants to clear out with his sui. Let's move over. The next section that Will's going to try and take care of is this section over here. With this one, he wants to use a ice golem and his royal champ. But, I love you, Will, but you dropped them in the wrong order. I'm sure he knows it. What you want to do when you're dealing with an ice golem and your royal champ to clear a single target is, I think you always want to have your ice golem coming out first. You want your ice golem tanking, and then after the beam is on the ice golem, then you drop in your Royal Champ. And he got, I understand why. If in fact he did mess up, I understand why he messed up. Because you'll see his king and queen did not go in the hole that he made. And I think he panicked a little bit. And when he panicked, he rushed it a little bit. So what happened? I already told you his king and queen did not go in. His king went around, and then after going around, he did come back in and clear this stuff like that. His queen walked up this way. He dropped his ice golem over here. He dropped his royal champ over there. His royal champ, the single target locked onto his royal champ if he had to freeze it, and with the freeze and the royal champ's ability, he was able to take it out with the royal champ surviving a little bit. After that, it was pretty much all GG's. This AD did in fact still stay up, so he dropped his hound in like this to cross the plane of that defense. After it crosses the plane of the defense, he's dropping his loons in like this, his slammer in like this, his warden behind it like that. He's going to drop another hound in like this to go onto that AD. He's going to, and the only other thing that you got to know is he's going to use his ward ability, and he's going to use a back-end loon over here to tank the big group of loons. And that's pretty much it. Let's watch the attack. Beautiful, beautiful attack. Will was not happy with the Lalo. I looked at it once. I looked at the replay once, and I thought it wasn't a bad Lalo. I thought it was a pretty good Lalo, but let's watch it again and see if we can nitpick and see where the issue is. Let's watch it in regular speed because there's a lot of stuff going on over here. There is, where is it? Where is it? Oh, first we're going to see the zaps. First, we're going to see the zaps. He's got 7 zaps, 1 quake. First zap is going to go down to make sure he takes care of the scatter shots. There is the earthquake to take out the CC. The queen goes down also, so he got out. He got the queen. He got the 2 scatter shots, and he got the CC. That's pretty good investment over there. There's his wall break. His wall breaks did in fact go in. He did get the wall break, but the king, he powered that king through, and the king went up, and the queen actually didn't go in either. The king is still going to tank. The king is going to come back around and take out that expo. And I think he takes out, no, where's the king going? King keeps on going. He's actually tanking for the queen. There is the royal champ. Got locked on, the Inferno locked onto the Royal Champ, so he's got a full Ice Golem over there that's just banging on walls now. Royal Champ moves up, doesn't have the ability anymore, but she's taking care of whatever she can. Here comes the Lalo. The Hound is down, crossing the plane of that Archer Tower. He's got the scatter shot going in, Warden on air mode behind it. The troops are moving in very, very nicely. All he's got left is 2 haste and 1 freeze. There is the next hound being deployed. He's got loons coming in behind it. Troops moving in. Hound over by the AD, moving over to the next AD. Freezes the eagle. Uses the warden ability. Drops in 1 back-end loon for tanking that big pack of loons. Do not want that wizard firing at your back-end loons. Drops the cleanup up top. I thought it was a very nice Lalo. I'm not seeing why Will says it was a bad Lalo. It was a pretty good Lalo to me. There is the triple. Let's double speed it through the army comp. See that triple, see that army comp. GG, Will. We still have to see. When we first started this video, there were 15 minutes left in the war. I don't even know if we got the perfect war. If we didn't get the perfect war, you guys will see it with me right after this attack is over. That is the triple by Will. There is his army comp. Let's move over to the war map and let's see the war results. We did get the victory. We did not get the perfect. That is going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please hit that sub button. If you liked the video, give this video a like. If you have any comments about miners versus hybrid, comments about what you like to take care of when you're doing a Sui Lalo, what you like to zap, if you think Will zapped the right things, if you think he zapped the wrong things, and that's pretty much it. Until the next video, have a great day.